Hey, so this is my first video in this channel and we are gonna talk about Sam. Okay, so let's just look at his art. The beautiful lighting, colors and everything is just so eye-catchy. I especially love colors and lighting of his art. So let's decode his art. First of all, let's take note of his art style. Let's find some common elements. No, it's not the pretty face and not him too. First is the lighting. Like look at this. You can easily tell from where the light is coming. Light to dark transition. The transition of light to dark is hard and crispy, means the separation between light and shadow is not soft, but we got a unblended separation. While looking at his video, I can easily tell he's a fan of reference, not just any reference but reference with good lighting and background. You can find reference like him in Pinterest easily. Now it's time to draw. This is the reference I'll draw. Firstly, line art. Sam really keep the line art simple, so we're gonna do that too. And I just traced his art to save some time because the main part is coloring here for me. I can tell the base color is important in his art style, see, so we gotta be careful in choosing base color. So what base color you should choose? So it depends on the light and shadow. If the character is more covered in light, the base of the skin will be less grayish and more saturated somewhere around this area. If the character is covered more in shadow, then the base color will be darker, more grayish, somewhere around this area. In this drawing, the character is more in the shadow than the light, so we are gonna use dark grayish colors like the color of a shadow. So yeah, and now I'm just filling in the colors, color in the background and the character. So after filling in the colors, it's time for shading. So now after shading, I'll just block in the light which is falling on the character, and the background means I'll just light up the whole piece. And it's just simple lighting. I'm just using a normal mode because I know he don't use so much of blending modes, especially the add mode. He just don't use that. He manually do the lighting and all, as you can see how it is, like just filling the base color and then using a normal layer and drawing the lightning. And when looking at his art from far, you can see, like you can feel it's not that detailed, but when I started drawing it, I noticed how detailed he make the drawing. Like the background is so detailed. He took care of every little light, every reflective light and everything. He just really took care of it very well. And yeah, he really pays attention to the details. And now after blocking in the light, I will shade the character. So using a multiply mode and airbrush and choosing this reddy orange color, I will color her lipstick. And also I'll use the same color in her cheeks, and the separation between light to shadow part, like it's the border, the red will make a border, you can see like this. Yeah, so like I'll just make a reddish border which will separate the light and shadow part. That's the thing he usually do in his art, and like that's just a natural phenomena that occurs. And so after some time, this is that, and I added this reflective light which is bouncing from this surface into her face and clothes, and it's in orange in color. And after adding the reflective light on the face, I made the color and shaded the hairs, whatever you can say. And then I will add in some of these little strands of hairs which will give the hair more flowy look. And yeah, this will just complete my, not my, but her hairs. And adding some more shadows here and there, we really have to take good care of shadows and reflective light, as he do that too. And yeah, I also use round brush a lot because I know he do too. And yeah, after some time, just adding in some more dark colors on the background. And our art is almost ready now, just adding reflection in the window. And yeah, after this is the finished art. And let me tell you some of the points you should remember to draw like him. So Light to dark transitions, as you can see, he don't really blend in the borders between light and shadow. He just keep it as it is, hard edge. And these reflective lights and details, he really take good care of the reflective lights, the ambient lights, and the details on the background and the character. His background are really well detailed, and so as the character, with every reflective light there. This orangey red color in the face, he uses this color when there's a transition from light to dark, and this blue color in the shadow, which is the ambient light. Types of blending tool, he use overlay, multiply, and normal as a blending tool, and that's it. He maybe sometimes use add to. And brushes, he use airbrush, round brush, and default hard pen for the sketching, and maybe some texture brushes for the hairs. He usually keep the hairs and the coloring unblended, as you can still see the brush strokes. So that is it for this video, guys, and I hope you learned something from this. And please don't forget to tell me your thoughts, or what I can do more to improve, and maybe subscribe if you learned something. And I'll see you in the next one, in which I will cover another artist or another art tip. I hope it was helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.